Hi there, Simon from simonwoods.com here. I've got 4 white wines today, 2 Sauvignons, 2 Chardonnays. And the 2 Sauvignons are both made by the same producer, Montes in Chile. One of them is from Curicó. Now, Curicó is one of the places that when they had that earthquake, about a month ago it is now, it was pretty close to where the vineyards and the wineries are, and there was fortunately there wasn't too much loss of life, but a lot of the wineries, they tanks buckled, wine spilled away, and yeah, it was bad. It could have been a whole lot worse. Anyway, Curicó, it's one of those weird places. There's a flat, warm Curicó, there's hillside Curicó, so there's no such thing as a typical Curicó wine. Anyway, this is a 2009 Sauvignon Blanc from Montes. It smells clean and fresh. It doesn't smell like it's going to be extremely complex. It's got a slight jelly edge to it, bit of lime, bit of lemon. Okay, it doesn't smell like it's going to be really exciting. Today's spittoon is Tweety Pie. Well, that's a nice, fresh, zippy mouthful. Yeah, it's got this zesty citrus edge. Beyond that, maybe a little bit of dry, stony river pebble edge, but the thing about this is mainly about crisp, fresh seafood wine. Don't have to think about it too much. It's not going to offend anybody. It's just going to pep your mouth up. Nice pepping mouth up feeling. It's okay. Not great. Let's see if this one's any better. This is their 2008 Sauvignon Blanc limited selection from Lleida. And Lleida's a place that really no one knew about it about a decade ago. And a few people started planting grapes there. The problem there is that, yes, it's nice, it's pretty close to the coast, near Casablanca, just a bit further to the, oh golly, get my geography right, to the southwest. And closer to the coast, more sea breezes, and it is a slightly cooler climate. The weird thing is that the alcohol here is probably higher, 13.5%, compared with, oh, it's both 13.5%. The problem with Lleida though is there's not much water there, so they have to pump it from quite a way to the region. So it's never going to be a major player simply because there's not enough water there. But there are some pretty good wines coming out of there. White, but also Syrah and Pinot. Yeah, and this is a completely different beast. It feels like it's got a lusher edge. It's funny, I don't know whether it's the extra year that's making it not quite as crisp and sharp, but it feels like it's got a warmer, rounder feel, but it also feels like there's more going on underneath, more of a complex undercurrent. Yeah, there's like this bit of plum, yes, ripe citrus. Smells alluring. Yeah, you're getting a lot more wine there. It's about 50% more. I think this is about £6.50 and this is closer to a tenner. What it does have, it's got this slight edge of green pepper. It's something you may have heard me talk about before, methoxypyrazines. It's got this green peppery edge. For me, too much of that green pepper edge and it dominates the wine, but just the little bit that they've got here, particularly in balance with this rounder, richer edge, makes for an intriguing wine with a little bit going on here, a little bit going on there. I like that. I think there are better Sauvignons from Lleida, and I'm not sure whether it wouldn't have been better 6 months ago. It just feels like that some of that zip that I expect in a Sauvignon has tailed off a little bit. Okay, 2 Chardonnays now. So the second of the 2 Chardonnays is another Chilean, but the first one is from the Columbia Valley in Washington State in the USA. Now, if you don't know your American geography, you might know where California is. The state above, there's California, and then there's Oregon, and then there's Washington State, and then there's Canada. So the Columbia River, I think part of the Columbia River forms the border between Washington and Oregon. And it goes in like a sweep round, and there are vineyards mainly around where this Columbia River changes course. So this is from the Snoqualmie winery, and I think it's organic grapes. says something like to that effect on the, yeah, made with organic grapes, and it's also got the same thing in French for all those French speakers in the USA. I know there are some. Well, I smell it, and it smells, it's got a very distinct, sometimes American Chardonnay, it has got this very distinctive and for me not extremely great smell. It smells of vanilla fudge. It smells of vanilla fudge and crystallised pineapples, this. It's a sort of flavour that I know some people love. Personally, it doesn't do it for me. I like my... It's almost like a bit too fat and blousy. I prefer something that's a bit more lean and not mean, but just has got a little bit more angularity to it. Yes, in general, it's almost to me just too soft, oily. It's like drinking tropical, you know, the juice that you get in a tin of fruit cocktail. I haven't had one of those for years, but I can still taste it from childhood. It doesn't do it for me. It's got that fudge edge. Yeah, it's too ripe, and yeah, it doesn't have the lean edges that I'm really wanting. Okay, let's see whether the Viña Mar Chardonnay from Casablanca does have those characters. So the Casablanca Valley, as I mentioned, it's the one to the northeast. I'll just give me a glass of rinse. The northeast of Lleida, and it's halfway between the capital Santiago and the coast. So let's give this a whirl. Yeah, and this smells a fresher, fruitier smell. It's also got things like cashew nuts going on here, but yeah, the type of fruit here, it's ripe peach, but not tinned peaches. Smells nice. Yeah, it's a nice mixture because it's got a bit of weight to it. It's got this nuttiness. It's almost got like a creamy bit to it. So it's got a oatmeal character. Sometimes if you find oatmeal, particularly in Chardonnays, what's happened is when the wine's been aging in a barrel, there's all the sludge that's left from fermentation, not all of it, but quite a bit of it, in the bottom of the barrel, and the wine picks up some characters from that. So if you get like bready, oatmeal-y type characters in a Chardonnay, often it's a result of being aged on the lees. If anything, I would like it almost with a bit more zip and freshness. I think, I don't know whether it says it's all barrel fermented, I would have almost preferred a little less fatness, and yeah, again, more leanness, but that's me. Yeah, it's got a bit of ripe apple, yeah, also a bit of plum, but that peachy edge, that's the one that comes through strongly. So for me, I prefer it certainly to the Snoqualmie, but I don't think it's a great wine. It's actually, it's as a quartet, it's not. I haven't found anything here that I'm really going to be jumping up and down about. But I'm going to go and change my shirt, do another video. Hopefully, I'll see you then, and let's see if I can find some decent wines then. See you soon.